Hello and welcome to the MHG podcast. As usual, life could be a little bit miserable, life could be a little bit dark, not quite as usual though, it can also be bloody hot. So we're here to bring you as much light, as much joy, and I'm hoping Stu's got an ice pack with him. So yeah, I'm joined by Stu. Have you got an ice pack, Stu?
Do you know, I haven't, which is a shame, but I'm kind of reveling in the heat. I kind of really like it these days. I used to hate it, but I really like it these days. And I know that UK heat hits different. It's like sweatier.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm coping with it at the moment.
Oh, this is my first summer with a prosthetic leg as well. And oh my God.
God, yeah, of
Oh,
course.
it's the first time I've regretted having the leg. Oh, Jesus, that extra weight you have to carry. You can move about fine, but the extra sweat that comes off you is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I look like Lee Evans having just done a fucking 2-hour full-on show in the Mojave desert.
Jesus, that man could sweat. I don't know what was wrong with him.
Well, yeah, I'm giving him a run for his money today.
Oh, sweaty Lee Evans. What a lovely thought.
Yeah, one of the good ones? I think he's one.
I think so. Yeah, I've never heard anything negative about him.
No, he's not decided to go down the anti-woke brigade for laughs. So,
yeah.
I don't even know if he still does anything anymore.
No, I haven't seen him for years. Quite liked him in, was it Rat Trap or whatever it's called? No, not Rat Race.
Rat Race, yeah.
Is it Rat Race?
Yeah. Well, the one where they're going around the world type thing to try and win money.
No, the one where he's a rat catcher, I think.
Oh, Mousetrap.
Mousetrap. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Was he in that?
God, this is...
With, this is quality content.
Oh, no, I was going to say...
With Nathan Lane.
Nathan Lane, yeah. As Mousetrap.
Okay, but he was also in a film called Rat Race. I'm sure he was.
Yeah, I think he might be right. Perhaps he only goes into films that have got rodents in the title.
Yeah, with Breckin Meyer, Amy Smart, Rowan Atkinson, all that lot. Was he in that? He must have been in that.
I think he probably was. Yeah.
And obviously, most famously, Something About Mary.
Oh, yeah, is he in that? God, I haven't seen that for years.
Yeah, he plays the disabled guy who's not really disabled. Tucker.
I'll have to watch that again. It's highly offensive, but, it is funny.
Do you know what? Like, we saw it recently because it was on like Comedy Central. We was flicking through the channels. It's aged. But it's inoffensively offensive, if that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of.
Its portrayal of learning difficulties is... but at the same time, it tries to have a good heart and message to it. And it's just like, it's just about acceptable. But yeah, Lo thinks it's funny when I try and pick something up. She goes, you look like Lee Evans in Something About Mary.
Right, I'm watching it again. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Cheers for that.
Lovely.
Yeah. Talking about Lee Evans in Something About Mary, did you know there's something about video games?
Oh, that was weak. There's something about weak segues. Jeez.
Yeah, they could trap you off a mountain. What happened?
Yeah. The guy with the Segway, the inventor, went off a mountain on it. Yeah, off a cliff, I think. Lucky guy.
Yeah. He knew. So, I don't know. You've not been playing anything, Stu, because like this heat, you've decided to be sensible. I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know what's going on.
You don't normally attach decided to be sensible to me and my actions. It doesn't normally go together. I've just not had any time. I have played a couple of demos, but I want to. They're for games that I'm really looking forward to, so I'm going to save them until I've played the full thing. But I understand that you've been playing a couple of exciting things. So what have you been playing?
So we all know video games, Stu, right? They're played by little hermits in their little caves, right, in their bedrooms, huddled, going, video games, right, and they're absolute rubbish, right? We know they're just absolute rubbish for the mind. We know this.
We do.
Yeah. So I've been playing Trash Goblin.
Great name.
It is. Which is... just this really wholesome game where you play a goblin who is given a shop for reasons, because why not, which is about getting trinkets, restoring them, cleaning them, and then selling them. So basically, you're flipping crap and reselling it. It's a boot sale, basically. But yeah, you get to basically, you uncover and clean trinkets and you sell them. What happens is you've got this shop and people come to your shop and they go, oh, I'm after a handle for a pot. So you're like, oh, I just so happen to have one of those, because you've uncovered it and you've cleaned it and you can sell it to them for monies. Then you buy more trinkets, you can fix them, clean them, uncover them, and then there's loads of different things you do. And the further you go into the game, you unlock more abilities, more things you can do to earn more money, and you can like upcycle and create new trinkets and loads of little bits there. And it's kind of got this wholesome little story behind it that you can sort of take in if you want to, but it's no real biggie if you don't. And I'm sort of playing it, and it's fine. It's just a really fun, just stick it on, watching TV, and just casually play it kind of game. But what I kind of really liked about it is a couple of things. I say one, the gameplay's really good. The writing's pretty good. The accessibility settings are really interesting. So, do you know, sometimes you'll have a game and it's got, you've got to like to do this thing. You've got to like click the button and then move your controller, thumbstick or whatever. You've got to move that about while holding your controller down, or you've got to like chisel at something or do this. You've got to keep tapping the button. What this does, it goes, if you want to do it, you can. If not, there's a toggle that says it cleans when you hover. Like, you just go over it, press the button once, hover, and it will clean. Or you need to chisel away, fine, just press the button once and the chisel starts going bang, bang, bang all over the stuff. You can't mischisel and like break something. It's all just done for you. If you want to do it all manually, you can, but it's also got these automatic settings. Really good, allows you just to switch off, enjoy the game, and play it how you want to play it. As I said, it doesn't go any deeper than that, really. It's not like when I've played Electrician Simulator, where you get these jobs where you have to go around to houses. Not like in real life, go around to houses. People might not like that. But in the game, go round to someone's house and sort of like check out all the wiring, unscrew everything bit by bit and do it. Or you might get like, oh, you told you need to fix a games console, so you got to take it all apart intricately and stuff like that. No, this is just hold button, stuff happens. And it's fine. Absolutely fine. It's not, it's not like genre defining. It's not like the best game I'll play this year. I dare say it's not even one I'll remember in 2 to 3 years or whatever. But for the time of having it, just sat there casually for the evening, half hour before like you start heading up to bed and something like that, it's just great just to fiddle around with. So yeah, that's Trash Goblin. Interesting characters, interesting story, fine gameplay, just lovely.
Yeah, looks quite pleasant as well,
Yeah.
Kind of like you say, it's a bit of a time killer. Spend a few minutes a day just messing around with it. Sounds all right.
Yeah, but say it's I'm all in for stuff like that, and yeah, so a game just knows its lane, and I'm okay with that, especially when we've had so many options for potential sort of like game of the year, and it's like sometimes it's nice to play something that's good. But it's like there's just no extreme to it. It's not average. Like we sometimes say, the biggest crime a game can commit is just to be average and unmemorable. But it depends on the game. So if you're like something's like, oh, we're going to do this great big story type thing, or we're genre defining, and then you bang average, that doesn't help. But if you're a game that's just gone, look, this is what we fancy doing, and it's a time waster, I think you're okay just to be nice and middle of the road. That's where this sits, just quite rightly.
Absolutely, just having the right ambition works sometimes. Yeah.
Yes. And we are keeping this one quick because it's so bloody hot. We don't want to be sat at computers all day. The next game I've been playing, I'm just going to get this one over with. Nothing wrong with the game. It's honestly so hot, and I feel like I've just got out of a bath of treacle. I don't know. It just feels horrible on me. I hate it. Anyway, next game I've been playing is Eriksholm, The Stolen Dream. I'll probably not pronounce that right, but we'll go with Eric. Could be Eriksholm. Eriksholm. One of the two, The Stolen Dream. Anyway,
Fair enough.
this is, let's say isometric. I'm sure purists will go, it's not isometric because it's isometric-ish. This is more of a preview than a review of it because I'm not allowed to review it yet because of embargoes and stuff. But anyway, this is an isometric stealth game where it's an interesting story. It opens up with you take on the role of this girl called Hannah, and the police are trying to get to her because her brother's done something, but they need her for questioning, and she tries to escape. She's a young girl, and it's kind of set in, I want to say, kind of like this 1800s type setting, where still like there's some modern-ish technology in there. So you got things like trains and boats and stuff like that, but there's not like phones and loads of motor cars and everything around. So I'm going to go maybe 1800s, early 1900s. So that gives you a limit of what's available to you for getting through the game. So I'd also almost imagine it as you're some kind of like street urchin type thing. So it's almost like it being an Oliver Twist kind of world. But anyway, it starts off with the opening chapter is like you're trying to escape this area. Guards are looking for you. The army, police, whatever they are, all looking for you. You've just got to stay out of sight and get out. So it's a puzzly stealth game. But what's really interesting about it is the way the narrative binds with the gameplay in terms of you're constantly on the move, you're constantly trying to stay out of sight, but there's this story that's being told both in cutscenes and the way soldiers are talking, the way people around you know you, and the context that's there, and it's done in chapters, and the stealth in it is, I would say, one of the more realistic stealth games I've played, where if you stay hidden well enough, you won't be seen. But you've really got to be careful of how you're moving. So if you run, your footsteps make a noise. And if you go over, depending on what you're actually walking on, so if you're on like a metal grate, it's going to make noise no matter how slow you're going. But the noise will be dependent on how you're moving. So if you're moving on this metal grate, but you're creeping, you'll slightly hear it, and you get this marker that will go, oh look, there's slight noise, and it's not quite picked up by any guards or anything yet, so you can still slowly do it. But you see gradually your noise markers based on where they're stood, and all little things like that. But if you get seen, you get seen, and it's game over. So they're not stupid. Like if they see you, it's no sort of like, oh, I've seen you, we're going to chase you, and then they go, oh, back to my post. Nothing's going to happen there. You get seen, it's game over. It resets to the last checkpoint. Yeah, brilliant. Don't do the stupid Metal Gear Solid thing where the guards are that stupid. They see Solid Snake and go, ha, found you. Well, where you gone? Oh, back to my post. That's just stupid. Like Kojima might be brilliant, but I'm sorry, that's just stupid. Still,
a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So they see you. It just goes, you've been seen. Game over. Yeah, fine with that. Reset. Brilliant. Yeah, that's more realistic to me. But you get through story advances, you find out a bit more, and then you go further, you get slightly more ability, so you learn how to, you get like this dart gun type thing, like blowgun, and you can blow sleep darts into enemies to knock them out. But you've got to knock them out, you've then got to take them out of sight, like you would in a Splinter Cell kind of way. But when you do the blow dart, you've got to make sure you're doing it from a spot that's you're not immediately seeable. So you'll blow this sleep dart into like a guard's neck, and you've got to wait a fraction of a moment for it to take effect. And in that fraction of a moment, they're like, oh, what was that? And they're looking around for you. So you've got to stay hidden, because if they see you, they might call out and then alert other guards. So you've not only got to do that, you've got to time when you do it, so that you're not sort of like bang them down and then I've got to do it, but there's guards coming round the corner. You kind of go, right, I've got to do this when that space opens up. So there's a lot of planning that goes on, but it's not slow paced at the same time. It's got this really cool pace about it, that you're constantly moving, you're constantly trying to sort of like survive, you're trying to advance and all different things like that. Visually, I think this is why I'm a big fan of these isometric type games. Visually, you can do so much with those. I think atmosphere here is absolutely brilliant. And I can't wait to see what's available in the game down the line with this, because for me, it looks stunning. The acting in it's really good. It's like, it's very much, yeah, Mrs. Murder, that kind of era type thing. I don't know what that was. I don't know. I think that's why I don't get employed as an actor or anything.
Victorian, is it?
I don't know. Yeah, I would say that. Maybe Victorian type thing. I'm probably getting all my dates completely wrong on this, but I'm not a historian, so who cares? But this is, again, it's another one of those games where I think there's potential there for it to be in some discussions at the end of the year, just for how quality it is. The characterization in it is brilliant. I think, unfortunately, for this, when you're talking about characterization, you've got to look at like the performances in The Alters. You've got to look at the performances in Claire Obscure, like just to name two that go, right, so where does this fit? It's brilliant, but it is at those levels. I don't know until I actually get to finish the game. It's another one where you can take Claire Obscure, you can take The Alters, and then you can play this alongside, because it's not those games. It's not trying to go, oh, it's another one of those games. It's its own thing. And whilst I don't think it's in quite the level of discussion of those games, in terms of its genre, this isometric action adventure stealth thing, it stands above anything else I've played this year with that lot. So again, it's we're being spoiled with what we get to play, and this one is brilliant. It's a great job of world building. The people you meet throughout, it feels alive in many places. The characters you actually interact with are really good. Like, they know you, so you'll be going along doing a bit of someone to be, hey Hannah, what's going on? Why the rush and stuff like that. She'll be like, oh, this is happening. I've got to, all right, I'll keep it quiet. So there's a lot of sort of like community feel in there. You get the feeling it's all there without it being overly done to the point where it's going, to see these people, they know Hannah. We've got to point this out. So it's everything feels quite naturally done in there. And yes, so far, really, really enjoyed my time with it. It comes out midway through July. And I highly recommend keeping this one on your watch list, because I think this could be one of the sleeper hits of the year.
Yeah, it definitely up my alley. I really like stealth games when they're done well. So I'll put it on the wish list and keeping a sharp eye on it.
Oh, definitely do. But yeah, no, I mean, I've got plenty of other games I've been playing, but it's too hot to talk about.
Yeah, it's time to go and sit in the fridge for a while, isn't it, really?
So I'm not even going to hold you up, Stu. Do what you got to do.
Well, what I've got to do is I've got to say goodbye to you all. So, as usual, follow us on all the socials. Make sure you check out the content on the website. And until next week, stay safe, stay cool, and stay sane.